Hey guys, today I want to talk to you about dictionary skills and putting words in alphabetical order. So let's take a look at some of those things now. Dictionary skills and alphabetizing. Our essential question is, how is it helpful to organize words in ABC order? How can I use a dictionary to locate information? Our creation, fall, redemption is God created language and written expression. And at the top of each of these slides, I put the alphabet there, as you can see. And it would be helpful when you're working through some of these things this week to have that written out, maybe on a piece of paper or a whiteboard to help you. When we have several words that begin with the same letter, we must look at the second or third letter in order to alphabetize them correctly. So look at this list here and notice they all start with the letter B. How would you alphabetize this list? You would look at each of the second letters here that I'm highlighting, and then you would look up at the alphabet and see which of those second letters comes first. You can take a second to try to put those in alphabetical order. Pause the video if you wish, or I'm going to move on and show the answers now. So notice we have baby first because A is the first letter in the alphabet, and that's the second letter in baby. Then we had to look at the second letter in bike. Notice the second letter is I. I comes after A in the alphabet. Then we had to look in the second letter of body, and that was O. O comes after A and I. Then we had to look in the second letter of the word bush, and that was U. U comes after all of those other letters towards the end of the alphabet. Here's another list. Notice all three words now begin with the same letter P, but they also have the same second letter A. Paper, pajamas, panda. So we're going to have to look at the third letter here, P, J, and N. So find those in the alphabet and see what comes first. Go ahead and do that now, and I'm going to reveal the answer. It's pajamas comes first because J is the first of those third letters. Panda comes second because N is the second of those three third letters. And then P comes last, so paper would be the last alphabetically. Here comes another list. Bank, baby, bad, basket. All of those start with B and A, so you're going to have to look at those third letters there. So you can take a moment, pause the video to guess. Here comes the answer. Notice all three words began with B and A, so we had to look at those third letters. Baby came first because the B, that third letter, was the first of the third letters. Bad came second because D came after B. Bank came third and comes after B and D. And then basket came last because the S came after B, D, and N. Here's another list of words, and they all start with S and L. So try to put those in alphabetical order. You can pause the video, look at that third letter, and here comes the answer. Slack came first. A is first in the alphabet. Sled came second. E is after A. Slick came third. I comes after A and E. Slop came last because O is the last of those third letters. Now here's the last part today. This is a list of several words. These are 6 different words. And notice I capitalized the letter L in lobster simply because sometimes it's hard to tell L from I. Fruit, flower, chalk, paper, candy, lobster. So some of those words you have to look at the first letter, and some of them you have to look at the second letter. So this is kind of a 2-step process. So take a moment and try to figure those out now. And here comes the answer. You can pause before. All right, candy and chalk came first because they both started with C. But how did you know whether to put candy or chalk first? Well, you had to look at that second letter. A comes before H. Flower and fruit came second. They start with an F. They both started with an F, so they came after candy and chalk. But how did you know whether to put flower or fruit first? You had to look at the L and the R, the second letter. Lobster came next. And remember, I capitalized that L just so you could tell that it was an L and not an I. Lobster. And then paper came last because P is the last farthest in the end of the alphabet. All right, boys and girls, I hope you learned more today about putting words in alphabetical order. So go ahead and work through the rest of your items today, and I'll talk to you later. Bye, guys.